You can choose to close your eyes. Can you hear? Okay. You can choose to keep your eyes closed, or you can open your eyes. I'm going to share a few thoughts. There was a very peculiar idea, rather very special, that if somebody tells me that today you are going to die, this is your last day in the universe, a notice is given to you and information reaches you. Or somewhere, suppose you feel by yourself that today is my last day. How will you prepare yourself? Or suddenly you feel your whole world is falling apart. Or friends don't want you don't have money, you don't have security, your parents are not there, your spouse may or may not be there, but nobody cares. And you have a sense of departing, passing. How will you prepare yourself? Will you be helpless, anxious, frightened, miserable? Ask yourself. This type of situation many people pass through. While living in this creation. And this idea happens only in your mind. Whether it happens to others or not, you shall never know. But in your own mind, there is a sense of isolation, loneliness, an unwanted stay in a place in this earth where nobody cares, neither you seem to care. So if somebody gives you a notice, or you have a sense of redundancy, loneliness, enough is enough in this world, how will you face it? Please appreciate. If you look at the whole creation, you shall be surprised. Nowhere in this universe there is a sense of living or dying, problem or relief, a crisis or a resolution. The vast space has no problem. Look at the universe. The vast space has no sense of problem or a relief, living or dying, existing or not existing. Not only the space, but also the air that seems to sustain everything has no sense of problem or relief, has no sense of living or dying. A mystery or resolution. Same principle for the fire, water, earth. The five elements, those are very common ingredient out of which this whole cosmos, the stars and galaxies, oceans, mountains, rivers, jungles, animals, birds, microbes, including the human being, you, an inseparable part of a creation which you or we did not create. We found ourselves in this creation. Ajivan, the whole creation, all stars and galaxies, including our little planet, has no sense of being alive or dying every moment, changing every moment. That also happens to our own little body. This physical body, which is our companion from childhood until now, by itself, it has no sense of being alive or changing, or no sense of thinking that one day it will disappear. Body does not know. As even elements are not aware, the space, air, fire, water, earth, those are not aware, nor have a sense of being unaware. And that is true for our own little body. Has no sense of being aware and no sense of being unaware. If this creation has no sense of being aware, what is the question of it being frightened of a death or celebrating a life? Doesn't question. Sit down sometimes. In total isolation. In total stillness. And ask a question to yourself. This questioning doesn't belong to your body. This questioning doesn't belong to your home, your planet, your solar system, all the galaxies and the universe. The gross, physical, elemental universe have no question. Nobody speaks, nobody thinks. If you see that, the unconscious, inert elements universe has no sense of questioning, no sense of knowing or not knowing. Then you can move into the next. Where you shall see the whole creation is just not unconscious. There are things in the physical universe where certain things are. When everything seems to be unconscious, but there are certain manifestations which are semi-conscious. It is not a purely unconscious universe. You, I, the human beings are the proof of it. The body by itself is surely not conscious. But you can't say that you are unconscious. And this consciousness, being aware, when you and I, as human beings, are fully conscious, there are many things like a microbe or certain plants, semi-conscious. And certain come to the birds and animals. They are conscious, moving. Moving things need not be conscious. The water flows not conscious. The air blows, not conscious. But these semi-conscious creepers, they do move. Trees. And if you go to animals and birds and animals, they are conscious. Until that level, from unconscious to semi-conscious to conscious, none of them have any sense of living or dying. Everything is changing. But when it comes to human being, there is something very special. Not only we are conscious like birds and animals, but we are self-conscious. The body lives, changes. Body has no sense of living or changing. I say, I am living, I am changing. This sense of living, changing, dying are not part of animals and birds, even though they are conscious. Because they don't want to make best use of the life, best use of the youthful time, preventing the old age from coming, because they are not self-conscious. So please see, we as human beings were self-conscious. You are sitting down there with an idea. I am living, alive. Body has no sense of being alive. That is why body never struggles to keep itself alive. If the animals struggle, it is more something natural, instinctive. They are not going to miss their family, friends. In fact, when the animals are old, they quietly move away into isolation to die. It's not a conscious decision. Nature takes over. Animals have no resistance to growth or old age. No resistance to microbes that are going to destroy them. They have natural resistance, but they do not resist. That is why human beings create medicines, save for the rainy days. Becomes the most complicated of the animals in this universe. Who does it? Only one sense of being self-conscious. The word is I. I talk, you talk, we talk. It's a pandemonium. 3, 4 people coming together. They can't just listen. Everybody wants to talk, talk, talk. I. Animals have no such problem. It not only among the people between two persons, observe in your own head, the I creates infinite divisions. I want to sleep. I want to walk. I want to swim. I want this food. I don't want this food. I like this person. I hate this person. I'm happy in this house. I'm not happy in this house. How many of you are there inside you? You are one, I thought. Identifies with 100 different moods, emotions, conditions, all changing conditions. In the world outside, your own body, in your own senses, your perceptions, your sensations, and in your memories. Just observe. Memories have no sense of living and dying. Sensations have no sense of beginning and ending. Perceptions have no sense of problem or resolution. Your body has no sense of beginning, ending, perception, resolution, being strong or being weak, no sense of growing and changing. So also the extension of this body, the whole physical universe, that is why you never listen, never hear the desperate cries of the mountains or oceans, stars or planets, small plants or trees in the forest. Nobody desperate, including your own body. Including your own sense organs, your eyes, your ears, your tongue, your nose, your skin, have no sense of desperation. And when these perceptions and sensations become memories, memories that makes your personal universe within. No thought, no memory has a sense of being alive or dead. No thought is afraid of that is disappearing. It will not stay for a long time. And if you jump the gun from what you are conscious of to that by which you are conscious, the Chetana, awareness principle, the knowing principle, which you cannot escape. A child, long before he starts seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, or being self-conscious and owning of the perceptions, he has started experiencing from the moment he is conceived in mother's womb, as well as the moment he is born to this earth, comes out of mother's womb. Experience has already started. He has no sense of I am experiencing. The child has no sense of I am born. I am seeing, or I am handicapped, I am blind, has no such sense of limitation or suffering. Between all that you are aware of, your memories, your thoughts, your perceptions, your sensations, and the world, and the consciousness, there is only one thought. I thought. Individuality. One thought. Which owns up everything. The body has no sense of being alive or being dead, has no sense of a problem or a relief, has no sense of going through summer, rain, winter or spring, childhood or youth or old age. And it has no access to the memory universe. Your body, at this moment, you have made it to sit down. It has no resistance. It is not shouting that, why am I sitting down here? Why don't you take me for a walk? The body doesn't converse. Your thoughts, memories are there. But the thoughts by themselves have no problem, they are not a problem. Your thoughts, your memories, collected in time by themselves, have no sense of a problem or a relief, changing or moving, no sense of being living or dying. You are helplessly aware and conscious, experiencing all that is and all that is not. The presence of a thought and the absence of it. The presence of mountains and the absence of it. You experience the empty space and the crowded space, the jungle and the city. You experience the silence and many different sounds. None of these things you are creating. You did not create the space, nor the forms that exist in it. We did not create the silence, nor the sounds of the universe. Even your own capacity to speak, to sing, to shout, to whisper, the power was given. It is not yours to create. Thoughts happen. You can't listen and not to have a corresponding thought. It's helpless. You can't open your eyes, see, and not to have the thought of the form or the color. As much the objects by themselves have no sense of problem or resolution, death or dissolution, living or continuity. Your thoughts too have no sense of appearing, disappearing. You are aware. Helplessly aware, experiencing everything. If I ask you, please stop experiencing your own memories. Don't be conscious of your memories. Try. Memories are not yours to bring and push it away. Thoughts appear and disappear. As even the clouds come and fade away in vast space. The sounds appear and disappear. In silence, birds, clouds appear and disappear in vast space. Your thoughts, your memories, collected in time, some by choice and most without any choice. Those thoughts, memories, are the residents of consciousness. Your thoughts are not the residents of the gross physical universe. The objects of your thoughts are residents of the external universe. But the pictures of all the objects, perception and sensations in your head are not the residents of the external universe. They exist, appear and disappear in the Chidakasa, space of consciousness, in consciousness space. Your thoughts may or may not be. Consciousness, awareness never goes away, never changes. So beginning with the objects outside to the consciousness, or beginning with yourself, the awareness, to the objects, there is no problem, solution, life or death, considerations anywhere, except at one point, one thought, I. And this I has forgotten itself. It's also I see, I hear, I touch, I breathe, I move, and you do it so quickly, so unconsciously, that you completely forget even to give a statement like, I see, you forget to say I see. If I ask you how you see, who told you? What shall you say? I know. I know, I see. That I know is the prefix, precedes every statement of owning or disowning. I see. How do you know? I know. I hear. I can't hear. I know. I'm walking. I'm sitting down. How do you know? I know. I'm aging. I'm healthy or sick. I'm anxious, restful. How do you know? I know. The knowing has no sense of knowing. The knowing principle, consciousness, doesn't say I know or we know. It doesn't say a word. Like the space never says, I accommodate. For them to say something, that I thought must be there. Surprisingly, this I thought doesn't exist anywhere else in the universe. The space doesn't say I accommodate, air doesn't say I blow, fire doesn't say I burn, water doesn't say I flow, earth doesn't say I'm steady. Body has no sense of being alive or dead. Sense organs have no sense of I see or hear. Hands and legs have no sense of I walk, I lift. Thoughts have no sense of we come and go. Consciousness doesn't say I am conscious, aware. But this word I, since it feels that I am living and I am dying, now it has to prepare for the death, is such a, what's the I say? If you understand, it's so ridiculous. It never dies or born. It was not there in childhood. Everything was happening. In deep sleep, this I also is not there. You can't use the word. But everything is going on. Your breathing, your circulation, your digestion, your heartbeat, body changing, microbes, every moment dying. Everything is happening when the I is asleep. But the moment you wake up, takes over. I see, I hear, I touch. Not only takes over your own life, but also it fights with everybody. Disagreement, hatred, inconveniences, arguments, fear, insecurity, so-called love, attraction or hatred, and isolation. And this I gets tired. And it says, I can't take it anymore. I want to die. When was it living? Body is alive, but body has no sense of being alive. Nose is breathing, it has no sense of breathing. Heart is pumping, it has no sense of I am pumping. Thoughts appear and disappear. Those have no sense of we are appearing and disappearing. Consciousness is consciousness, chetana, awareness. Have no sense of I. But this word, one letter, call it aham, call it zve, call it me, call it mu. It's a guest in your consciousness residence and seems to be taking over everything. Guest because it did not come with the birth. Whatever came with the birth, they have no sense of being born or being dead. Since they have a beginning, those shall end. Self, the awareness. Was not born. Ajo nitya saswatayam purana. Unborn, eternal, ancient yet fresh, sanatana. It has no sense of being eternal. It has no sense of being ephemeral. changing or not changing. No words, no descriptions. So how do you prepare for a death when you have no sense of death? The body, which is changing, growing, aging, and ultimately disintegrating, has no sense of fear. Deho na janati, body doesn't know. The creation, which is continuously changing, pratikshana anyatha bhava, drushta nashta svabhava. Every moment it is different, kaleidoscopic changes. As when you are looking at it, is changing, disappearing. Like the city of celestials. You look at the clouds, they are continuously changing. Your own body, continuously changing away. Your own thoughts, continuously changing. But they have no sense of changing. Those are not afraid, nor they rejoice. There is no sense of celebration, nor the sense of deprivation. I. Who speaks inside? Just close your eyes if you have kept it open. Fear, insecurity, obsession, hatred, love, jealousy, the residents of your thought universe. In the physical universe, there is no hint of emotion. There is no problem, no relief. There is no sense of being born, growing, changing, fading away. No sense of living and die. There is no sense of mystery or resolution anywhere in the external universe. In relation to your body, body is outside, external universe. You perceive through your body. In your thought universe, as when gross objects have no residence permit, in your thought universe, in your personal memory universe, gross objects have no permit, no access. So also, your thoughts and emotions have no access to the gross universe. Your sense of suffering, isolation, loneliness, pain, anxiety, attraction, distraction, love, hatred, fear, anxiety, insecurity, all come inside. When this I thought, living in this realm of thoughts, literally roasted in the changing emotions, never enjoys the universe so beautiful. so expansive, so majestic, vast space, air, fire, sunlit, the sun and the moon, the starlit sky, infinite silence, exotic sounds. This world you only make because of your thoughts. You mourn, you groan, you shout, you torture, you torment yourself and others. That is the sad saga of humankind. So ask yourself, is your life a burden? On whom? You are incapable of handling this beautiful body, ignorant of your own thoughts and the whole beautiful arrangement of the universe. A gross body, an integral part of the whole universe, inseparable part. Your body held by the space, kept alive by the air. Fire balances it, water supports it, earth holds it. You are just not a tiny person 5 feet 4 inches. You are an inseparable part of a vast, infinite universe. That itself should give you tremendous confidence that the creation does not neglect you. Either you neglect or another human being neglects. And who is that you? The sense of I. You must be aware. You are not a name. You are not a word. You are a conscious, aware, Chetana, Chaitanya Atma, yourself. So preparing in case you get a hint of desperation from inside you, or somewhere somebody tells you that today is your last day, this is your moment to disappear. Get ready. You discover your body is always ready. Your thoughts have no sense of being unprepared or prepared. Consciousness, eternally shines, is the I. The name you have assumed, the word that you have endeared or holding on to, when this word itself, the sense of I, the individuality, appreciating its own redundancy, it's like, as Kabir Das says nicely, Pani mein main piyasi. The fish is thirsty in the body of water. Is this I? Fearing in the fearless lap of consciousness. See yourself as you are. Use the word I. Don't get angry with it. It's a functional thing. And the whole universe always in meditation. And you are dhyanam dhyatrudheya rupa. Dharma adharma vivarjita. Always in meditation, it's a sense of opposites, good, bad, pain, pleasure, hunger, thirst, living, dying, problem, resolution, have no presence. They appear to disappear. If you hold on to them, they linger. When you drop out, everything drops out. Just like your dream. When dreamer drops out, dream ends. When I drops out, your personal dream in the universal existence comes to an end. But the universe continues. You are no more suffocated. You no more feel limited, deprived or destroyed. You are not there to feel it. You invoke your own sense of limitation. Identifying with one body, you have denied yourself the embrace of the vast universe. Holding on to one thought called I thought, you have deprived yourself the luxury of million memories. Holding on to one idea, I know, I know, I know. You have lost track of consciousness in whose presence your knowing is possible. And you don't have to say, I know. To know or to be aware. This is. You can do at any time. That's why choose. Not necessarily a Shivaratri night. Any night is Shivaratri. Ratri, darkness. Shiva, auspicious. How can be auspicious darkness? It is because it's supposed to be in this night. Not that every night you can do that. Tradition observes it one day. a night of meditation. Not that the other days are not, other nights are not. Choice is yours. Be yourself. Instead of doing that, some people just think they must keep awake with eyes open, dancing, jumping, running, activating, go to movie theaters. To talk about it is like making the sublime ridiculous. Let people do whatever they wish to do. That is their life. You choose for yourself. If a moment comes to have a notice, everything comes to an end. How will you prepare yourself? Who prepares? Only one thought, I. And then it knows it never ends. Because of its presence, this problem, relief, living, dying, born, growing, changing, disappearing, all these concepts have been so overwhelming. When I goes, a thought, a notion, an idea. You see the truth beyond it? Even if it is there, it's marvelous. A beautiful, functional thought. How can a thought, a mere picture, overwhelm the reality, the truth, the consciousness, the eternity? A tiger can bite you. God forbid. Enjoy the tiger. A thought cannot bite you. A picture cannot bite. There is no fear. A picture fighting with a picture, I fighting with a thought. And the arena is consciousness. In a huge wrestling field, thoughts seem to wrestle because you are fighter. When you drop out, there is nobody to fight with, nothing to fight with. I am not there to resist any change or to perpetuate any change. Shivoham, Shivoham. And please know, friends, speech comes to an end. A class comes to an end. A thought comes to an end. My speaking comes to an end. Your listening comes to an end. consciousness, yourself, never ends, never begins. So there is no fear of beginning or ending. Always. Ever existing. Just be yourself. Thank you.